Yo, yo, yo. It is Thursday night, the best night in car audio. But you may notice it's just me. Where's your boy? Well, we got someone in the green room ready to come on. So let's bring him on. He's a little bit darker than Dean, maybe a few pounds heavier.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, man? What's going on?
Nothing much, bro. Chilling.
Appreciate you coming on, filling in spot for Dean.
Of course.
Even kept the Geek Squad. You got the Best Buy rep going.
Yep. Literally just rolled in from work.
Oh man, do any crazy installs today?
Not today, bro. Today was more of like troubleshoot madness, and then some guy came in with a brand new, like off the showroom floor Toyota Tundra
Oh
to
no.
put some Pioneer speakers in, bro.
Oh no. That's
Yeah.
like one that Dean done, I guess it was a few months back, where they got like the whole setup and then they had them put Alpine Type S speakers, which there's nothing wrong with those speakers, but if you're gonna pay what it costs to have 5 Star put in a stereo, like bro, like spend some money on some speakers. You don't need $120 speakers.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Yeah.
But in this case, they didn't order. They didn't have any brackets or anything because it's a brand new vehicle. There's nothing listed for it, so the guy didn't have anything. I tried to make some stuff work, but I'm like, look, dude, it's not gonna work, bro.
Yeah. And the truth be told, the speakers might not even have been that much better. Was it going to be on deck power or?
Deck power too.
Oh, it wasn't going to be better anyways then.
No, it wasn't gonna be better. It was. He said he wanted to amplify it, but down the road. I'm like, bro, just wait, bro.
Yeah. That's the difference between having a small shop and Best Buy. It's like you just got to put up with all the nonsense.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like most of the bigger installs we do, we usually pre-qualify the customer, and we'll sit down and sell them all the right product that they need.
Right.
But with Best Buy, you get corporate call center scheduling them. They can schedule themselves online, so you
Right.
just deal with all the random stuff.
Yeah. Crazy. What's up, Mullen?
What
David?
up, David?
Yo, Anthony. What's going on? So, I didn't have a topic today, but let's talk about your amp rack and let's talk about the decision to use 4 of the power packs.
3 and a kicker key.
3 and a
500
kicker
watt one.
key. Okay.
Yeah,
So what made you do it? Was it the deals?
the deals, bro. The deals. The deals, and just the need to mess around.
Right.
Like it's. I know it's not it's not a big amp. It's not but it with what I paid for it, what I'm expecting to get out of it, it should be pretty good.
Right.
I mean, I've heard the power packs plenty of times. I've installed them a bunch of times, and they sound good. Like they sound real clean. And the way I'm using them as 2 channels bridged, so it gives me 90 by 2 for each one.
I didn't know you could bridge power packs, but I've never played with one, so
The Alpine ones you can.
yeah, that's cool. So you have 90 by 2 by 3. So 90
Yeah,
watts.
so 90 by 6.
That's not a small amount of power. That's a decent amount of power.
Yeah, and then actually one of them I'm using it in 3 channel.
Right.
So I'm powering the 2 rears and the center channel speaker with one of them. So it's actually running, 90 by 5 and then 45 by 2.
So what's the whole? So just walk us through the whole setup. We know you got 3 power packs. The model number on those is what, 34, 35,
KTP 45U.
45U,
455U. Sorry.
455U. Okay, and then you have the Kicker Key 500.
Mm-hmm.
So do you have processing?
Yeah, I got the Helix DSP.
Oh, the Helix. Okay, and
Yeah.
Is it a factory radio or you have an
No, aftermarket. I got a Kenwood 9705.
Nice. So then what speakers and how are they? Is every speaker piece amplified separately?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do 3.5s on the dashboard, because I have a position for a center channel that didn't come with from factory.
Right.
Because it was for the upgraded Bose system. But I'm gonna do 2 3.5s in each corner in the dash, a 3.5 in the center, then the 2 6.5s in each, one in each door,
Right.
and then the 2 6.5s in the rear doors, and then the 500.1 is powering my front subwoofer.
What's the subwoofer?
It's a Kicker 10.
Kicker 10. Okay.
Yeah,
And
Comp R10.
So the rear, I'm assuming you're using some kind of full range or coaxial.
In the rear, coaxial, yeah.
Coaxial. And then, like, what are the speakers? All the speakers.
So for now, I'm using the Kicker 3.5,
Right.
the KS 3.5 on all 3 positions in the door in the dashboard, and then in the doors I have the Kicker Q Class 6.5, 6 3/4 in the doors, and then I think right now I have the CS in the rear,
Right.
but it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just there
for the rear.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Comp R10 in the front.
Okay.
But then I have the 215 Q classes in the back with a 2400.
I just got my 2400 back. It's not sitting here no more, but it's fixing to go into the Prius, so that'll be fun.
You sent it to service?
Yeah. I bought it. I paid like $500 for it used, and they sent me a blown out. The seller, which that happens when you deal with people on Facebook. That's why I typically don't like to buy off Facebook. But hey,
yeah, but you know a few people. You probably got it fixed good.
Yeah, I know a few people, so they got me hooked up. Those 3.5s that you were talking about, are those the same one that John's running in his truck?
I don't know who John is.
John Meyer Kicker. I think it might be.
I think it might be the ones that he's using.
Because let me tell you, man, his setup, he has a key. I don't remember the exact amp setup, but it was a key setup.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not. But anyways, man, it was insane for what it is. 2 pairs of 3.5s or 1 pair of 3.5s and a pair of 6.5s.
Yeah, those 3.5s are legit, man. The people sleep on the KS 3.5s, but they're really good.
Right.
I was gonna go with something. What's up, Baba?
Baba.
I was gonna go with something more high end for the 3.5s.
Right.
But like the only other ones that I would even consider running would be the audio control 3.5s, or maybe even the Illusion Audio 3.5s. But they're not making them anymore. So.
Right. Let's see what Anthony McGee's got a question for us.
Yeah, so EJP. And prepare from Paris.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't deal with amp repairs, bro.
I mean, I barely understand how an amp works.
If there's like blown caps or something, I could replace some caps, but that's about it, bro.
My soldering skills are atrocious, so I only do the most basic soldering that can be done.
Yeah, I've gotten a little bit better. I had to repair a 30-pin iPod connector.
Yeah.
For a guy that had an old Mercedes that came with the iPod connector.
Right.
But it was all ruined, so I had to repin those wires and solder them, bro.
Oh, I had to do actually recently on the Prius. They have the display screen that displays your speed and all that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
that won't work because there's a capacitor in there that's undersized. It's a surface mount, so I took the entire dash apart. Like I could have. It was literally, you could have put in a new heater core, as much stuff as I took off. And it's one tiny cap that's surface mount. So I was able to accomplish that, but that's about as far as it's going.
Doesn't that take that resistor, the 68 ohm resistor in line to?
So what it is, it's the capacitor's like you're talking about to hook up the radio? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I typically don't read instructions. But I bought everything from Crutchfield. I went ahead and bought the head unit, and you get the kit and stuff like that. And it's
yeah.
Like sometimes their prices online, and then sometimes they're a little crazy. But what I will say for Crutchfield is like you always get the best service from Crutchfield.
Yeah, they do provide good service,
Yeah. So
and
if you're online,
they give you they give you a decent discount on install parts too.
right? Exactly. Which is what I was doing. I got the speakers, which are right here,
Mhm.
cheap focals, but it's just going to be a bass ride. So, um, but I read through there and it said something about that resistor, and I was like, hold up, why was this in here? So I look and I'm reading, I'm like, okay, I'm glad I read this because if not, we would have been in trouble. But then Dean says the other company, I got I can't even remember the brand of the install kit that I got.
You probably got the Crux
No, it was,
Scoche.
no, mm, I don't think so.
It wasn't Pack, right?
No, it wasn't Pack. I think the Pack one, you don't have
The
to
Pack one,
do it for you.
yeah, the Pack one. You don't have to do that. Yeah,
Yeah. So that's the one I should have got. What's up, Christian?
yeah, but it is much more. It is much more pricier
Right.
than the. I think it's the Crux or the Scoche.
Yeah.
Scoche. Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to do. I mean, you just,
Nah.
strip some wires in place and just put a little dab of solder on each side and call it good.
Yep.
So that's basically what I did. And then, so that all went good. But taking the dash apart to get the freaking screen out and doing that little bitty cap, luckily it's surface mount. So
Mhm.
all I had to do was get it through there. And it was surface mount, pins through. So I just pin it, a couple of drops of solder and called it good. Made sure
Yeah, easy peasy.
else. It was easy.
Yeah. I actually did a little experiment. I had one of my neighbors here. He has one of those little like karaoke boxes
Yeah.
from like Amazon, and he had broken the USB port. So he's like, "You think you can fix it?" I'm like, So I soldered on an external USB A,
Yeah.
and I just soldered it onto the board, and it works fine. So
There you go. Yeah, I don't think it was the iData, the one I had. The one I had was definitely the cheap one. It's the one that Crutchfield will give you for half price on.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, the iData one ain't cheap.
yeah. So what else you been doing install wise? Anything funny, crazy, wild? It's tax time has been here for a couple months, so I'm sure you got some good tax time stories.
Yeah, we've had our fair share of interesting things come by, and nobody wants to spend the money to do stuff right,
Yeah.
and that's what kills me. Maybe I'm a little bit different than any other shop that'll just take people's money, but I'm not like that. Like I actually try to help somebody and set them up right.
Right.
Other than take their money to install some jank stuff, and then they're like, oh, this sucks.
That's what it was, Melissa. It was access.
Access, yeah. So like we're getting a lot of people with the coming with the Rockville specials,
Right.
the 2.8s, the 2.8s in a box with a little 200-watt amp, and a CCA power kit, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Doing. That's
I mean, if they insist, then I'll install it, But I'd like to check their expectations before they get stuff installed, because at the end of the day, it's your reputation.
Yeah, me too, Mullen. I do not file my taxes until basically I have to. So we did ours last week, which is maybe a little bit early. I mean, some days we're on the 15th. We're submitting those. So
Yeah. I have my accountant do all my stuff. I just send
yeah,
him my papers, and that's it.
that's the way to go. That's what I need to do next year.
Yeah, you can become buddies with an accountant, and you'll be Gucci, bro.
There, that's what I got to do. Talking about those text time installs, Stu from Stu's Custom Shops, who always in chat every year around this time, or not this time, but earlier, February, March, he's sending me just wild, dude. I mean, it's obscene, like the stuff that people will bring in and want installed at a professional. Like, why? I don't know what they're thinking. They're not thinking. They probably don't know much about car audio to begin with. And that's
No, they find one site that has everything listed for their car, and they're like, oh yeah, click 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 click, and they don't do any research or anything, and then they come in, and they get their bubble burst, and they're not happy,
Yeah.
Like that guy today with the brand new truck, it's like, it's a brand new truck. Your speakers are not blown. Why are you gonna
Yeah, put
Major speakers with Pioneers.
Like if you're gonna do that, let's put some good speakers in there. Let's get an amp and some kind of DSP. Let's actually do something to it.
Yeah, I got a big build coming up. I'm doing a Wharf, cut it out. I got a 2023 Shelby F-150.
Yeah,
coming in, and we're doing a whole Focal install. Focal 3-way up front, active, and coaxials in the back, sub amp, and then we're doing the Blackbird, the Arc Audio Blackbird.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be nice.
That'll be dope. I wanted to buy a Blackbird. I ended up going to Audison instead. We can blame that on Pro for hyping it up, but yeah. Plus, I got a sick deal on it. Yeah, Anthony's question here. Anyone know what build house DD or Massive use? I'm surprised all the amp cloning is treated like taboo topic. There's Derek is better to speak on this than me because he keeps better track of that stuff. But there's like a couple build houses. It's like Ellipson and a few other ones. And to me, I really don't care. Like,
yeah,
I really could care less because it just depends on what it is, Like, so I guess what happens is you're like, oh, I can get it from Alibaba for this much. Same thing. But then you got to pay, like, what's the minimum order quantity? Like, you got to pay, a tariff on it when it gets to port and just all this nonsense. And sometimes it's worth it to just, when someone's already done a large minimum order quantity and branded it, just get what they got,
Yeah, like the RCAs that I bought for my control.
Yeah,
I found them on Alibaba and they were like 50 cents each. I'm like, oh, perfect. I was gonna order like 20 pairs, and when I saw the price of shipping and everything, I ended up ordering 100 because it was gonna be the same shipping for, So I ended up paying like 80 cents each.
right.
So, 30 cents on each RCA for shipping.
Right. Yeah, that's not bad.
I mean, they're dope. They're dope RCAs, but what's up, Andy?
What's going on, Andy?
But yeah, I had to get the RCAs because I wasn't gonna. If you've never done one of those power packs, it has the female RCAs. They're built into the wiring. So I wasn't gonna run, literally a 1.5 RCA from each one of those to the DSP.
Right.
So I cut them off and soldered on new wires and then soldered them onto the RCA ends.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's the way the kicker key is as well. So
yeah, I did the same thing with the 500.1. I just cut the RCA ends off.
Yeah.
And soldered on new wires and put them on the RCA end.
Yeah. The Kenwood subs at Best Buy any good? I don't. It's the most entry level. Did I think
they're okay if you power them with the right amount of power. They're not anything to rock your socks off. I have 8 of them in my closet if you want one. But they're good. My wife has 2 of the Kenwood 12s.
Yeah.
And she had them in her Nissan before it got wrecked. And she's had that thing in there for at least 4 years with a 500 watt Kenwood amp.
Right.
And bro, they've been running perfect, ever since. So 4 years, and they're still here in the house. We just took them out because her car was getting scrapped.
Oh man.
Yeah. No, but we made out like bandits though on her car though.
Really?
We're gonna sell it to a friend of hers for like $3,000.
Yeah.
And the insurance ended up giving us $7,000.
There you go.
Yeah, we made out like bandits.
Yeah, Baba, we're all drooling over the 830 Pro. I mean, who isn't?
Yeah, the Pro 830 is a nice unit. I mean, I'd be hard pressed to put the Pro 830 up against the Arc Audio Blackbird, but I find that the Arc Audio Blackbird is impressive too. Like,
yeah,
legit. I've heard it in person. I forget his name, Brian Mitchell's truck, bro.
Yeah. To be fair though, I feel like Brian Mitchell can make a pile amp and speakers sound pretty good.
That is true.
No, but that Blackbird for the money, I think it's like $1,600 or $1,800.
Yeah, $1,600 give or take.
A steal, a steal.
Now,
I'd be like, whoa, that's a lot of money. But when you think about what's in it, the power you're getting, it's a steal.
now I've heard the Pro 830 as well.
Yeah.
And the Pro 830, bro, is butter.
Yeah.
Butter. The 430,
Yeah.
430 when it's running in Class A mode, bro, it's like you're getting like a warm hug while you're listening to music, bro. It's crazy.
A sweet embrace.
A sweet embrace, exactly.
Oh man, Blackbird over Audison. I can see that though.
Yeah, the Blackbird. I'm gonna be. I think that customer's gonna be really impressed. If he's going from he has the B&O Unleashed system with like 18 speakers, but I'm like, bro, don't worry about the rest of the speakers. It's not worth it, bro.
Yeah.
What we're gonna put in his son. We did his son's car. That's why he came back to me. We did his son's car, and we put audio control 4-channel with just kicker components up front, KS,
Yeah.
and then kicker coaxes in the back. And he says that sounds better than his truck. So with the Focal and the Blackbird, he's gonna be blown away.
Oh yeah. He's doing the payoff in 90 days. Yeah, I guess so. That's over what, $1,300, $1,400 every month.
The Pro 430, the Pro 430 is expensive, bro. I think it's like $2,200.
Yeah, so that's not terrible then. But that's still like $700, $800 a month.
Yeah. But it is a nice amplifier, man.
Yeah.
When they first came out with it, that I was at Knowledge Fest, and they were playing it on some bookshelf speakers, and I'd see guys go up there and sit like in the little, the sweet spot of the speakers.
Yeah.
And I'd see people crying up there listening to music, and I'm like, bro, what is this, bro? I was like, nah, bro, these people are joking, bro.
Yeah.
Crying over some music. And let me tell you, bro, I finally I got around to me, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll go up there and sit down. And I played a song that really gets, hits me close to the heart.
Yeah.
And bro, it's something different, bro.
Did you cry?
I cried.
Did you get video of it?
No, I didn't get a video of it.
Dude, that's what you got to do nowadays. You're not seeing the TikTok videos of people just filming themselves crying.
Yeah, that's
viral by now, man. Just put some sad story with it. And
these are the best sounding speakers I've ever heard.
Oh, Daniel, I was able to see 99.99% totality. So I didn't see totality because I would have had to drive an hour away and I had to work that day. So, but from our work, they let everybody out. So we were out there for like an hour, just kind of watching it through its phase. So pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was under the dashboard of a car, so I missed the whole thing. So
describing a tube amp.
I'll tell you what, it's not a tube amp, but with that straight Class A sound that comes out of that Moscone amplifier, it's completely different than, like, people say, oh yeah, Class AB. Class AB is great for mids and highs, it sounds good, but it's nothing like Class A. Yeah. And that amp gets hot, bro. When I'm telling you that amp was sitting on the table where they had the music playing, and you could feel the heat coming off that thing, bro.
Dude, Class A is no joke. Class A is serious. It gets hot. Class A. So, have you messed with any of like the black and grind Rockfords from back in the day?
Yeah, I had one of my first systems I had in my RX-7. I had 212s with the Rockford Fosgate 800 A2, and the 400 A4. Really? And bro, those things you could cook eggs on those things, bro.
I have a scar on my leg from a 225.2 where I jammed it and there was something going on with it. So I stopped. We get home. I stop and I'm leaning over to see what's going on, and I put my leg on that amp. in the back seat, and it just freaking cooks, dude. I have a literal scar right there, a little
The
burn.
next thing you know, you're smelling bacon. You're like, what is that?
So I actually smelled hair, which is
Yeah.
worse. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they do get hot, but trust me, like if you ever want like the ultimate sound quality, I throw like two of those 430s in something and play it at low volume.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What's the best DSP for noise floor with factory head units? No option to replace.
The problem with the noise floor on the factory head units is they're all suck.
Right. Yeah.
You know, unless you have a car that has like an amp pro, then the noise floor is significantly reduced. But with factory head units, you gotta think about it, especially if it's high level output of the radio.
Yeah.
The noise floor is always going to be high. Once you start amplifying it, unless you keep your head unit volume real low, and even then, the noise floor is the noise floor. So you're amplifying garbage.
Yeah. This is true. It depends on which head unit you have.
Yeah, you gotta think anything that you're putting into the amp is gonna get amplified louder.
Right.
So noise floor, static, engine whine. If it has any of those issues, it's just gonna get louder down the end because garbage in, garbage out.
I see an eclipse, another eclipse while watching the moon eclipse the sun. Andy, he was super deep into it.
I never owned an Eclipse, but I did own a Plymouth Laser.
I had a not the Plymouth, the Eagle Talon TSI.
The Eagle Talon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the TSI too. It was a cool car. We had to. Then my wife got pregnant. It was actually her car, but I put a lot of work into it. She got pregnant, and then we had to trade it in for a Grand Am 4-door.
Yeah. Oh, Grand Am.
Yeah.
I have bad childhood memories of Grand Ams.
Yeah.
It roach infested. No, bro. Headliner drooping. Nah, bro.
TSI for the win. For sure.
I think that Grand Am was the worst car my family's ever owned.
What year was it? We had a 99.
I think this one was a 97.
So same body style.
Same body style, yeah.
So it wasn't the thin nose one. It was the rounded kind of bubblish.
Yeah, the bubblish type one, yeah.
Yeah. Which people thought were cool when they come out, but they were.
It was that ugly diarrhea green color. Oh my god.
Ooh, no! I had the white at least.
The white, yeah.
I did mod it. I bought. They used to have a forum back in the day for Chevy and GM products.
Mm-hmm.
Where they sold like mods. I cannot remember for the life of it what it was, but I think I put like a hot air intake and redid the spark plug wires and stuff like that. Yeah.
I had a 89 Beretta GTU that I used to do all kinds of crazy shit to it, bro. I had like that Weapon R ram intake with the hose that you put through your bumper and all that, bro. I think back at some of the stuff I used to do, bro, when I was younger. I'm like,
yeah. You know what? Those Berettas were kind of quick though for what they were.
Yeah, it was the 2.8 V6.
Yeah.
And then I had a 75 shot on it, so it was moving.
Oh, dude! Like when we that Eclipse or that Talon, the head was shaved on it. Mm-hmm. The place did it too much, so they shaved 50,000th of the head. It's supposed to be 20,000. Had to put, so it blew up again. They had to fix it, which required
double head gasket. Yeah.
2 head gaskets to get the compression right because the compression was through the roof. And at that point, like I didn't really understand cars that much. Mm-hmm. So it also had a 75 shaft and the horn button.
Yep.
It also had nitrous on it, but it didn't blow up hitting nitrous. I was just driving it. So blew up, double head gasket. We're like, all right, we got to trade this. We got to get a family car. And we go there. And the dude's like, yeah, look, we'll take it on trade. Let me test drive it. And it would get hot. Even with the double head gaskets, it would run hot. And I see the dude flying down the road like, oh. Mm-hmm. And they still took it in on trade. As a matter of fact, that guy bought it for himself.
Yeah, I bet you.
The guy that was test driving bought it for himself. And I did not disclose the double head. I was a young kid, so remember. I did not disclose double head gasket, but yeah.
I had a 95 3000 GT VR4. That was like my first, like my purchase car.
Yeah.
And bro, that thing was bad too, bro. I missed that car.
Those go for money now.
They had to cut me out of the car because I got in a wreck in it.
Wow.
I had a tire blowout at high speed, and I went off the side of the highway into a ditch, and they had to cut me out of the car, bro.
Wow. Draws a line.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was crumbled into a ball, bro.
That's insane.
Like all I was able to save was the turbos, the turbo manifold, the engine, because that's the only parts that were, the exhaust and shit was all crumbled up. Just the turbos and the turbo manifold, because I had a single turbo converted.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's like I know where two of those are, and so there's probably about 10 cars that I know where they're sitting that I'd love to buy, but I'll just never get around to doing it. So I'm not even going to make an offer because there's a 300 ZX twin turbo, a legit twin turbo, and I know exactly where it is. The dude would probably sell it, but I'll never.
They're great cars when they're running, but they're a nightmare to work on, bro.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's why
total nightmare. Hey, if you ever see an 86 to 92, 91 RX-7 in your area, let me know, bro. I'm looking for a little project.
Trying to go rotary?
Nah, I'll get rid of the rotary. I'm doing LS.
Oh, okay.
I already had a LS third gen.
Really?
Yeah, I had an LS third gen, and I sold it before I left Miami. I sold it down there because I didn't want to bring up, the Mazda 6 and my RX-7. So.
Right. So what car do you have now then?
I have my Mazda 6 and I have a 2004 Suburban.
What year model is the Mazda 6?
15.
Okay. See, I had the last one. You might have seen a video on it. It was a 08 Mazda 6. And I love that car. I wrecked it.
Yeah.
I should have kept it though. I wrecked it in it was an ice storm. And it wasn't my fault, but I was in the rear and these people in front of me just slammed on their brakes. And it's like, there's nothing I can do. I'm only doing 20 miles an hour, but
yeah,
like I could slam on the brakes. It's still going to slide into them. So
yeah, for sure.
It's just got blasted. I should have kept it though, because it really wasn't that damaged, but they totaled out. I've got something else.
Yeah. I love my 6, bro. I got the 6-speed version.
Right.
So it's a manual transmission, touring model. So it's actually really nice. And it hasn't given me any problems since I had it, bro. It's already got 130,000 miles on it.
Yeah. I think mine had about 120,000 when I wrecked it. Definitely should have kept it.
I'm surprised I haven't blown the alternator.
How big is the alternator?
100 amp.
Dude, you want to know what the alternator in that Trooper is? 90.
90.
90.
We're on the same boat, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm running that KX 2400, and bro, that amp will shut my car off.
Really? Do you have any kind of battery backup? Oh man,
I'm running it raw, bro. Nah, I mean, I'm running it. I have it tuned down.
Yeah.
So it's not set to clipping or anything like that. It's very mildly running. But when I crank it, if I hit that bass knob all the way up and I'm playing like a song that has like real like 20 hertz lows,
right?
I could be driving and all my gauges and everything would just shut off.
Wow.
And then everything will come back on. It's crazy.
Dude, you know what I have in the Trooper right now? That MBX 5K, the most inefficient one. But I don't typically run it like at 1 ohm.
Mm-hmm.
When I do, it will take, if you're not driving, it'll take it to its knees. And that's I have 2 JY NXTs in there running parallel. So it's like the hybrid capacitor batteries, the small ones.
I'm not really sold on those.
Yeah, they're impressive. Like if you're gonna do, I don't know that they'd handle KX 2400, but I think they would handle like a CXA 1800, one of them, on a very small alt.
Yeah, but that 2400 pulls some power, bro.
Oh yeah.
That 2400
doing like, at some points like 4,500 watts or something like that.
Yeah. Well,
What
it's been so much bass in my car that it actually it ripped off my trunk hinge.
really?
Yeah, bro. Like the metal frame that
Yeah,
that trunk hinge mounts on,
yeah.
it one side just completely ripped off, bro.
Wow, that's
I
crazy.
had to get in there and put some metal braces across the top of the where it mounts because it was literally hanging down, bro.
Wow. I've been dailying the L7X 15 in there on that 5K at 1 ohm, but I don't have the bass knob hooked up, but I have the internal amp gain
Hmm.
head unit, the subwoofer level. I have it like at minus
Yeah.
18 or something like that.
How do you like the L7X?
Oh, it's great, man. It's I don't know if I like the 15 or the 12 better. I think
Hmm.
they both play low. Like I don't think you gain lowness from the 15 over the 12.
Yeah.
So, like, if I'm gonna pick which one I'm running, I think I'll even though the 15 is only $50 more, the 12 is probably for me. When they come out with an 8, I'm all in on the 8s. I'm all in.
Yeah. I was thinking about getting a single 15,
Yeah,
building a porter box out in my car because right now I'm running the 215 sealed
right.
they're in a small seal box, but they're 1.5 cubic foot each sub.
Wow.
So it's a tiny box for 15s, bro. But it gets down because the way I have the amp tune and
Yeah,
and it's crossed over at 30 hertz for the back. So you
yeah,
know because I got the front sub playing everything else. So
yeah. Oh yeah, man. If I typically don't listen to it that loud, like I said, I have it on the sub level on like negative 18. But every now and again, you get crazy and you turn it up a little bit. But it just can't handle like the alternator is not strong enough. If I'm
yeah,
driving, I can well on it a little bit, but if I'm parked, like when I'm trying to do demos for video, no, it's just
you know how I set my sub volume. I have the Maestro interface on my radio.
yeah,
Well, I have the voltage gauge set as the main gauge in the center,
yeah.
and I set the volume. I'll play a song, and then I'll adjust the gain until it starts hitting like 12 volt, and then that's like
And then you
that's it
stop.
right there.
Yeah,
That's it. Because it'll pull it down to 10 volts, bro.
yeah, yeah.
The amp goes into protect, and it shuts off and then comes back on. But
Power cycles, yeah.
but yeah, I don't like when that happens, bro. It's not good.
No, and there's people that they don't even want to get like 13.5 volts. I think the
Yeah,
base heads today are just spoiled, dude, because they got
yeah,
like all
they are, bro.
they got all the most efficient amps, the easy access to alternators, all kinds of lithium and
Yep.
like legit capacitors out now. I mean, yeah, you guys are spoiled. Current base head, you're
Yeah,
spoiled.
yeah. I'm from the old school, bro. I'm used to running shit on the ragged edge.
Me too. Yeah, I'm just like, dude, it like if you got 12 volts, like it's all good. Like anything below
Hmm.
12, yeah, you're getting into trouble. Like 11.5, I mean, 11.5 is probably not great. If you get to 10, I mean, you're done.
Yeah.
Especially with some of these cheaper amps.
Oh yeah. No, but that bro, that KXA has been a trooper, bro. It's been in there. It's been in there for going on 3 years,
Yeah,
and it's still. I use it every day, bro. Like I slam my system. I just blew one of my IQ tweeters. I mean, not the IQ, the Q class tweeters.
yeah,
I just blew one last weekend after 5 years, bro.
damn,
So if that's not a testament to quality, bro, I don't know what is.
yeah. Our RVH, he blew his two. How many mids did he blow up? He blew up quite a few. So sure, something he could have blew it up within a day.
Yeah. No, I make sure all my shit's tuned properly, bro. And you know why it blew? It blew because I was messing around with the subs because I had the 15s taken out for a while,
Yeah,
and I put them back in, and I was jamming out outside, and my boss was standing outside, hearing my shit, and he's like, "Bro, that sounds crazy." So I kept turning it up and turning it up past my safe point, and
yeah,
and It let go.
I almost did it today. I got the snowman and the trooper,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I did blow one because the current situation is I'm running the JBL, the 25 watts by 8 DSP.
Yeah.
So I've got it. I mean,
Ooh,
I've got it boosted on the levels for the
Mm-hmm.
mids, for the mid bass, and then a little boosted for the mids themselves. And I went past that safe level 2, and I heard like, whoop, turn it down,
Yeah.
let it set, and like, oh god, and go to that song, like, oh shit, I hear it again, I blew them. Well, turns out it was just it was clipping, and the way that song sounded at the same time
Yeah.
made it sound like that, so I didn't blow them, luckily, but it's scary. It gets scary.
No, it is, bro. It is like the little Alpine power packs. They're 90x2. But if you put them on full range and you put them to some inexpensive speakers,
Yeah,
when you crank that little power pack, bro, it'll drive that cone into the ground on that 6.5 mid bass.
right.
You'll hear it hitting the backstop, bro. And I'm like, oh, too much.
Well, that power
And the
pack has more power than the amp I'm using for my mids.
Yeah, 45. It's 45x4.
Yeah, and these are 25 by, and I think I tested it and it was like 30 watts, so it's pretty close.
Yeah. No, and then the power packs they're nice, especially if you give them like proper power.
Right.
Not like the way you're supposed to. You're supposed to. You can use it on a 15 amp circuit behind your radio. So if your radio has a constant fuse that's 15 amps, the way it's designed is to be able to be run on that circuit.
Right.
But if you want to get the full power out of them, you got to run a dedicated power wire for them.
Yeah.
And they sound, when you run a dedicated power wire to them, they get down, bro. They sound good.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
they're like this small, bro. They're not any bigger than a head unit.
Well, and that's, I mean, Dean said it many times. That's the reason why we ended up with the kicker key in the first place, because that thing was such a big seller.
But the kicker key is still bigger than the power pack.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Well, I mean, it does have the DSP, function in it. The power pack doesn't. So.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm looking for a lot of things from Kicker. The standalone DSP need 8-inch L7Xs, need a bigger key, like a 100. I mean, a 75 would be okay, but a 100x4 would be cool.
Yeah, 100x4, and then they need an 8-inch mid bass driver.
Yeah.
They need an 8-inch.
They don't have a mid. They have 6x9s, huh?
They have 6x9. They have 6.5, 6.75, and they got the 6 3/4 shallow subwoofer. But the subwoofers is not the same as like a dedicated mid bass.
So a lot of them.
Oh yeah.
And shout out to Melissa for answering a bunch of chat questions in chat. You are.
She works at a car audio shop, or?
Yeah, I think Melissa, you run a car audio shop, right? I don't know if you own it or just run it or what.
But yeah, like I said, they definitely need an 8-inch mid bass driver.
Yeah.
That'd be on my wish list from Kicker.
I mean, it would pair up nicely with the Snowman.
Yeah, you get way more mid bass out of that.
Yeah.
Like I've been dying to go with an 8-inch mid bass in my doors.
Yeah.
Because the factory Bose speaker in the Mazda, they come with the 8-inch sub or mid sub, whatever you want to call it, in the doors. So I have the real estate to do an 8-inch, but I haven't found something that suits my needs.
Yeah, there's some good ones out there. You might need something shallow-ish, maybe, or do you got quite?
It doesn't have to be too shallow. There's enough real estate back there where I could run something, like a normal size speaker. I was considering the Audio Frog GS8s,
right,
or the Sky High Audio 8-inch mid basses, but I don't know how the sound quality is in those Sky Highs.
Yeah.
I haven't heard them yet. I've been wanting to try a set, but
And are those pro style though, or are they true
Uh,
a true mid bass?
they're a true mid bass. They're not that mid range. They're not a mid range. They're a true mid bass.
Yeah, I'm sure
And
they're
then
priced right then if they're from Sky High. Might be.
uh, uh, they should be all right.
Yeah,
I'm finicky though, bro. I'm picky with stuff.
me too. Well, I'd
Yeah,
rather just go ahead and pay the money up front, like to know what I'm getting. Like I tell Dean a lot of times, like if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would only be buying the stuff that I know that I want, and I'm not gonna have
yeah,
to rebuy it. But since I do a YouTube channel, it's like people want to know about this. Like I would have never bought the JBL amp. Turns out it's a
mhm.
it's a cool amp, but I would have never bought it personally because I would have wanted more power with a DSP. So
Yeah, yeah. Like that, like the Arc Audio, bro. The Arc Audio is 75x4,
right,
but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it shifts. Like if you're running tweeters, it can shift the power to like other speakers. So
hmm.
you can actually get more wattage to the other speakers than just a 75x 8.
Blake's been wanting to put the DD Audio W8s in the doors, and those are pro style, right, Blake? I think so.
I haven't checked them out. I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
I think the ultimate kicker key would be 100x2 and 75x4. So 6 channel. I mean, of course, yeah, you want more channels if you can get them.
Yeah, that you see, that would be dope if you could do a 6 channel, because you could run the two mid basses up front on the 100x2, and the 75 to feed a 3-way active. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know what's real nice? I remember we talked about it, the Optimate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We've done a couple of them, bro. They're pretty nice when you use the sub channels for the mid bass driver instead of for actual subs. It puts down, bro. It sounds good.
Yeah, I was curious about them. That's one that I walked myself back from. I was like, yeah, this would be a good video for the channel. And I was like, but I kind of want to be able to control it myself. And you can on that, can't you?
You can, yeah, you can tune it yourself. It does have the auto tune feature, but you don't have to use the auto tune.
Right.
Or you could use the auto tune to set a baseline,
Yeah,
and then go in there and fine tune it to what you want.
for sure. Love using the Toslink. It's easier to run and just sounds clean. Toslink, the only time I used Toslink was in the 90s, believe it or not. So
Yeah, I don't like the Toslink because the volume control is wonky sometimes. Like on the Stinger High 10, it has a Toslink output. But
yeah,
if you use the Toslink, all the EQ settings and everything on the radio, they're disabled. You
really?
can't even use sub level control or anything.
Oh heck no.
Yeah, you have to do everything. You have to do everything through the DSP.
Dude, this like a side jack, but when you hook up like Apple CarPlay wired and it just takes over your phone, like dude, I don't like that. That's not what I want to happen.
Why not?
Because it's like I want to also use my phone. Because here's the situation: like I'm not driving usually when I'm plugged into CarPlay.
Hmm.
My wife's driving, so I want to play on my phone or look at the maps. Like you can't look at the maps; it only has directions.
Yeah, you can't look at the map. Is the only thing that it takes over.
Yeah,
Do everything else, but the map, yeah, you can't pull up the map while
like
you're
I'm
on
trying to
CarPlay.
add extra stops without doing it on the touch interface on the stupid computer.
Use the voice command, bro.
Yeah, no, never. I'm not a
Why
voice
not?
guy. I don't even like doing the. I'm not going to say her name because she'll pop up, but the little round speaker that I have in here
Yeah,
because it freaking. I don't know. It just never works how I want it to work.
yeah. I have to educate my customers on how to use it. They freak out every time. They're like, "Oh my god, I can text people from my radio." I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
That's my wife coming through the background over there. I think I'm blocking her.
Yeah, I seen her walk in. She looked a little like, "What's going on? What's he doing here?"
Yeah. Like I said, I usually do it in the other room, but there's a lot of stuff in there. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just sit on my comfy recliner couch.
There you go. So what else you got going on, man? You've been working on anything else besides your amp rack?
Nothing really cool, bro.
Really?
We hit a real slow spot. Like after like January was busy, and then February we hit a wall. Like if we had the parts in stock for something, we could take a walk in.
Really?
You know, of how slow it's gotten. It's gotten pretty slow. It's kind of scary, especially that they recently restructured the in-home team.
Right.
They did some let goes and whatnot. My wife survived because my wife does the home theater installs for Best Buy too. So you know, she survived a second round of cuts. So because she's a trooper, bro. She works hard. So
Yeah.
you know, but other than that, bro, we've been really slow, man. We've had nothing really cool come in for a while. So this Ford truck that we're gonna be doing is gonna be a good you know, refresh.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. We've been dying to get some big projects.
I will be at Slam this year, Sean. So I haven't got my flight yet, but I will be there. Probably
when is it?
June 10th and 11th, I think.
Where is it gonna be?
It's gonna be in Indianapolis.
Where's that from here? I don't know how I pass geography.
Yeah, it's probably 12 hours from Arkansas. So I imagine it's probably like 20 hours from you.
Nope, I won't be there. Sorry.
Yeah, I'll be there just as a. I'm not driving up there, so
yeah,
I'm gonna fly up there and get an Airbnb or something like that. So
yeah, it should be fun. I've been wanting to go to a show. I went to a what do you call it? They had like a Slam Fest here in Fort Walton a while back, or Fort Walton or Crestview. I forgot where it was. And bro, there were some cars out there that were nasty.
Yeah, I just want to go for the experience. I think it'll be fun. I've never been. Got to at least go once, I think. So
yeah, but there's no SQ shows out here, bro.
Yeah. I think there's an SQ portion of Slamology. I'm not certain, but I think there is. So
yeah, I've been wanting to do some an SQ run and see what, you know, where I stand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, I'll be on the Living Loud with Andy live at Slam for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna need a seat on that golf cart, Baba, for sure. Reserve it. Do you need a new sticker? Just put it right on there.
Yeah, and you know, have your name embroidered on the seat. You know?
Yeah, exactly, for real. Yeah, I haven't done them yet, but I will do them. Baba, I'm gonna try to fly out of my hometown and Fort Smith. If I do that, I'm a little less. I don't have as many flights coming out or in, so I don't know. Usually it's either an early or a late flight if you're flying out of Fort Smith. So we shall see.
I can't take flights out of here, bro. The flights out of this area are so expensive.
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. Like from Atlanta to Miami, it's like $84 or $48. I'm sorry.
Really?
And from here to Miami, it's like $500.
It's like so I've paid anywhere from as low as $350 to as high as $700 for a flight to different spots, like going to Derek's or wherever we're traveling, you know, to do something. So it's hit and miss.
And you live where, in Arkansas?
Yeah, in Arkansas. Yep, my work is literally across the street from them, where we build batteries, Swizzle.
Industrial batteries, right?
Yeah, forklift batteries, battery backups for like solar power and stuff like that.
Did you ever see the pictures of that guy that came in to Best Buy one time with a forklift battery in his trunk?
I don't think I have.
I'm gonna have to pull that up and show it to you. He straight up had a Jesus Christ work.
He's trying to chill.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Chris said, or you could pay $700 for 3 months to get him a Scunny Pro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, dude, forklift battery thrown in the trunk.
That's
Not even secured.
how'd they fit it in there?
I'll send you the picture. It was a Dodge Charger.
Yeah, you'll have to send the picture because the smallest forklift battery we make is probably like 24 by 36 side profile.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like 36 inches deep. So that would be the very smallest one that I can think that we make. And we make some that are so big that it's almost as big as a small car. You're like half the size of a small car.
Let me see. I think I have it saved. It's funny, bro. You rolled in there and then he wanted me to do. He had a Sundown Audio Salt 8. Okay.
Yeah.
On CCA wire, bro.
And a forklift battery. That's funny.
That was dangerous, bro.
Yeah, that's funny.
And then he had the one power wire was literally running on straight to the fuse distribution block, like the terminal.
Yeah.
He had that forklift battery connected to the terminal.
Oof.
Like with just a little 4-gauge wire, bro.
Jeez. Mystery says this cost him $2,500 to get in Slam from Thailand. Wow. That's all, man.
$2,500.
That's I cannot imagine sitting on a flight for that long. There's no way. I'm not doing it. I hate flying, not because I'm scared to fly. I just hate the process of flying. I hate going to the airport. I hate being crammed next to people and just people's hygiene. Like when you're in airplanes, you really get to smell and feel people's hygiene.
Yeah, bro. It's nasty, bro.
It's not great.
You sit next to some of these people and you're like, bro, did you not even shower before you came on this airplane?
I've flown next to someone that picked their nose the whole time and were putting the boogers on the windowsill. I sat next to someone that was farting the whole time. Sit next to someone that was burping the whole time. Somebody just, I don't think they wear deodorant at all or took a shower. So I've ran the gambit on that.
Yeah, that's horrible, bro. Especially on a long flight, you know.
Yeah.
If you're on a short flight, you can muster it up and be like, you know what, just let me fall asleep and just get not pay attention.
Like
but when it's a long flight,
to the worst of humanity, you're trapped with them. You are. You definitely are.
Yeah.
And I think the longest flight I've ever been on is 5 hours, and that is pushing the limits for me.
Yeah, the longest flight I was on, I went from Miami to California.
Yeah.
And it was only like 6 hours, so it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, and I have to get the aisle seat because I had to get my legs stretched out a little bit. I just need,
Yeah, just a little walk,
Yeah. Yep.
Here, I think I'm right about. I found right.
Almost to the picture.
Yeah, I'm looking for it here.
While you're looking for that, let me show you this cool bar marker. So you guys know, well, some people know that I've got a golf channel now, and I've been doing golfing again. So I had a custom ball marker made. It's a copper ball marker, stamped. It's your boy Hi-Fi Vega.
Oh, that's cool.
And HV stamped all over the back. So.
You play golf, Rob?
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I played golf for about 6 years, quit for 12, and started back up last year.
You'd love living where I live then.
Oh, I know.
I got a golf course right behind my if I open my balcony window, we can see the golf course all the way back.
Yeah, Florida's the capital, man. All kinds of golf there.
Let me see. I know it's somewhere around here. I got so many pictures of bad installs, bro. It's not even funny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so I get them from you. I get them from Stu and a few other guys. It's like, yeah, look at this. Look what I had to deal with today.
Yeah, I haven't sent you any good ones recently. I gotta catch you up. You're gonna sit there and shake your head and be like,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah, South Carolina does have a lot of good golf courses. So does North Carolina.
Yeah, North Carolina has some nice greens. Not that I play, but you know I've seen.
You seen those, Blake? So actually, I have gotten to listen to them, but the problem is I listened to them on an amp. It was an old school amp that was messed up. So there was a lot of static in the gain and the right and left channel. So I need to hook them up to a different amp. I need to hook up a different amp to play them. But we shall see. Later, base tag. Get to work. Get them videos out. So
I'm gonna have to find it later and
just
send
send
it to you later.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, like this will be the next video that comes out though. So these are coming up soon. DD Audio E Series $99 component set.
The which one?
The E Series 6.5s.
Alpine?
No, DD Audio, digital design.
Oh, DD Audio. Oh, DD Audio. I haven't really. I can't say I've heard anything. DD Audio.
Yeah,
I will tell you what though. I had a customer of mine that I recommended a PSI amp to.
Yeah.
And they had the amp blow like a year later.
I don't know.
Like for no reason. It was only a 20. I think it was a 2500.
Yeah.
And literally it was mounted next to the battery, so it wasn't like it was it wasn't like it was being cranked all the time or anything, And I found it, Rob.
Oh, you found it. Let's
yes. I'm gonna send it to you right. Check this out, bro.
Oh, so it's a little bitty forklift battery.
Yeah.
But yes.
Look at this. Check out the distribution block.
Do it sideways.
Look at this, bro.
He's got to hook up to the main distribution block for the.
Yeah, for the car, bro.
Dude, I thought you meant like a separate distribution block.
No, bro.
Oh my god.
And then he has. Look at the next picture I sent you.
All right.
He's got one run, mind you. That amp has two like.
No.
It has like two 4-aught inputs, and he had a 1-aught CCA wire going to the distribution block, and then splitting it to 2.
Oh my goodness. He's got the Hot Wheels though, the Maguires.
Horrible, bro.
Oh geez, that's horrible. That's a fire waiting to happen.
Oh, the CCA wire was disintegrated.
You can see it already. Look at that.
Yeah. You can see. I think I have a picture of the end of the wire. Let me see.
Oh man, Andy, these foam right here definitely work. I have them right here. I have bass traps. You can't see them. You see up in the corners, I have bass traps up here. So all this, like when you walk into this room, you can stand outside your door, talk, and then when you walk into the room, you sound totally different.
Check it out, Rob.
Another one. All right. Ooh, that's CC at its finest. That is.
That's how he brought in a 8K Sundown amp.
Jeez.
I send you another one of the end of that wire.
And the crazy thing is that Salt amp is not a cheap amp. So why are you spending that much
No,
money on
bro.
an amp? And then and it's like I'm gonna cheap out on the wire.
He says he had a shop to it. That doesn't look like any shop did
Yeah.
that, bro. He had all the speakers in the car,
Yeah.
like just the interior speakers, all running off one channel on a 4-channel amp. All of them.
Off one channel.
And the amp was getting hotter than the sun, and he wondered why.
That's funny. 7-Eleven shop.
Yeah. Or the crackhead down the street.
Yeah. All right, man. Well,
all right, bro.
We have our hour. I appreciate you joining, man.
No, for sure, man. Always a pleasure.
Filling in for Dean. So what do you got going on? Do you want people to find you? If you do, where would they find you?
I've put one YouTube video up. I did an unboxing on the Alpine 8-inch component set, and that's the only video I've ever done. So
dude, we got to drop the channel in the chat. I don't even know what's the channel name.
I think it's just my personal. I'll tell you right now. It's Chris Vieira 2660.
Chris Vieira 2660. You only got one subscriber. All right, let's. I'm number 2.
You're number 2. Yeah. Yeah, boy.
Subscribe to Chris right here. I'll drop it. Let me find it and drop it in the chat. Go to my subscriptions real quick.
If I get some more subscribers, I'll do some more videos. Or you know what? I was thinking of doing like what I'm doing, like amp work or stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just streaming live while I'm working.
There you go.
Yeah, I've seen some channels do that, and they get they get some views.
Let me see how to share it from. I'm not used to sharing from here. All right, we'll just do it like this. Drop it in there. All right. Oh, dude, Fallout. Oh, there's no side jag tonight, so be on lookout next week. We'll review Roadhouse, but I'm gonna watch all the Fallouts. Definitely watching that for sure.
I gotta check them out. I haven't seen any of them.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching the new season of Discovery. Good.
Yeah, I just hadn't been into Star Trek. I love Star Trek every time I watch it. I never get in the shows.
It's very particular.
Yeah.
All right, Rob. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Appreciate you, and we'll talk to you next time. We'll get you back on at some point with Dean. Have the 3 of us.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Have a good one.
All right, man. Take it easy.
See ya. Everybody in chat, see ya. Go subscribe. Chris has 6 now. Let's get him up to 100, y'all. I think we can do it. All right. Catch you later.
Later, bro.